Yeah, it was an incredible feeling, and I definitely enjoyed every moment that I could. And right now, I know that I get to enjoy a lot more moments moving forward as long as I'm doing the right thing.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. Vanessa, the strawweight division is it's on fire, right? Like, did you watch the fights last weekend? Hyon knocking out Jessica Andrade. How crazy was that?
That was insanity because Jessica Andrade is known as being like this tough monster of a chick. She's so strong and she just barrels forward and it's really overwhelming. So for her to knock her out, that was incredible. I was cheering. It was amazing to watch.
Definitely. And what about Dern and Hill getting the main event for next week's show? Also, you know what I mean? Like they're putting everybody in the forefront for you guys.
Yeah, the Strawweights are rocking it right now. And as they said, I mean, Dana said a very, very long time ago that the Strawweight division is his favorite female division. It's action packed. And this was like long before the flyweights came into play. But I mean, we're small, but we're scrappy. We get in there, we mix it up. And I think the fans love that.
They do, they do, they definitely love it. And for yourself, 2022 was your breakout year. Is that safe to say it was your breakout year?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
All
Yes.
right. So 3 fights, 3 wins, performance bonus. Were you able to like live in the moment and soak it all up, or did it fly by like a speeding bullet?
No, I actually slowed down the moments and just appreciated things. I'm very big on like stop and smell the flowers and appreciate where you are. Um, yeah, and it was just like amazing, to have 3 fights, to have all 3 fights be a win in 2022. Yeah, it was an incredible feeling, and I definitely enjoyed every moment that I could. And right now, I know that I get to enjoy a lot more moments moving forward as long as I'm doing the right things. So my head's down. I'm staying very, very focused. And I'm looking forward to this next fight coming up on May 20th.
Before the 3 fight win streak, you had your UFC debut. How much did that fight impact like your mental attitude heading into 2022?
It didn't impact me in a negative way. And I think that people would assume that because it was a loss. But you got to understand, like, I knew what I was walking into. JJ Aldridge was a veteran in comparison to myself. Like, I was the newcomer coming in. It was a 1 week notice for myself. I was up a weight class. JJ is much larger than me, and I was honored to be a part of the UFC, and to be able to step into the octagon, and knowing that moving forward, I was going to have more of an opportunity to have like a true fight camp, and knowing that this is where I belonged, and getting to prove that, and I did prove that, and I'm going to continue to prove that.
I think a lot of people forget that you did take that fight in a different weight class. So in some ways, it didn't really count for your trajectory in the strawweight division at all.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like I feel like my first fight in 2022 was in my division, and that was my like true coming to the UFC. That was my true welcoming. I got like a second first impression, thankfully.
Yeah, without a doubt. Which fight do you think out of the three that it benefited you the most? Just the whole experience.
I think from a popularity standpoint, definitely the first one against Silvana because people got to see the overcoming of adversity. But I think the fight against Jin was a huge coming out for me as well because everybody saw me as just a jiu-jitsu chick. And not only did I beat a striker, I beat a striker at striking. And then I did that again against Maria Oliveira, who had a 10-inch reach advantage on me. So it's like, what are you really going to throw at me? I'm out striking the strikers. I out grapple the grapplers. Like, this is my division. I am a strawweight, and one day I will be the champion. It's just my time coming.
I think you shut a lot of people up because, yeah, heading into that last fight, everybody's like, there's a 10-inch reach advantage. She's not going to be able to do anything in the striking. And then you go in there and you get the unanimous decision. It's huge.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, that was an amazing night as well, and I really like embraced these moments. I really have, and I've meditated on them. I've thought about them, and I look forward to making more.
For sure, for sure. A fighter recently debuted and won a performance bonus, and then he went out and bought a diamond encrusted Rolex with that money. What's the biggest purchase you've made since becoming a UFC fighter?
I bought my car. Yeah,
Okay.
so I ended up getting into a car accident with my last car that I had, so I had to purchase another one, and I was like, what a good feeling that I can do that. I'm not really like somebody to buy a diamond watch, but even though like I've had them, I think I lived a lot of that lifestyle as an entertainer, and
Mhm.
after that, I'm just like I'm pretty modest not right now in my life. I'm just like solely focused on fighting and creating my success moving forward, versus spending all of my money right now. Because I know how quickly money comes and goes. I've already made lots of money as an entertainer,
Mhm.
and the money that I make as a UFC fighter, I want to be a little bit smarter about it.
Yeah, yeah. A car is a lot more practical than a Rolex. Much more practical.
I
You're
mean,
not gonna
it's
drive.
cool though. Rolex is cool,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's for the grab, for the grab to show everybody. I guess so. I
Hey,
guess so.
Graham.
All
Maybe
right.
Drizzy Drake will think I'm so cool that he'll buy me a Rolex. I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
forward to
for
that
sure.
day.
There's opportunities out there for that. June 20th, Las Vegas. You're back in action. Karolina
May 20.
Kowalkiewicz. Oh, sorry, May 20th. How do you
All
view
right.
her and the skill set that she possesses?
Yeah, I mean, she's a vet, like she's somebody who's been around the division for a long time, pretty much since the division kind of came about. And she's had some success, she's had some failures, and then she's come back. So she is an overcomer, she's a tough cookie. Something about her is that, like, she doesn't quit, and respectable, but I very much so have my skill sets as well. And I have my own mentality, and I look forward to challenging hers and seeing who comes out on top.
Another striker, again.
She is another striker. Yes. Hey, I'm all right with this. Like
Mhm,
obviously I'm a striker too at this point.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
yes, and I'm currently at a more striking MMA gym out of Factory X in Denver,
Mhm.
Colorado, and I've definitely picked up a lot of skill sets being here. So this fight actually just kind of like it fell in after I was already out here, and I was like, oh, cool. Like I have a lot of really amazing training partners to kind of like
Mhm.
emulate some things for me. So it's been a good camp.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about making the move to Denver to Factory X. You were in Phoenix, that's the desert. You go to Denver, it's the mountains. Weather is completely different. The altitude is different. How was it just getting used to the lifestyle there?
Yeah, nothing is the same out here at all. And it was definitely an acclimation period coming out here. The elevation kicked my butt. There's people who come out here and it doesn't affect them at all. I like couldn't sleep for 2 weeks. So I'm like, no, I know that there's a difference. Like elevation is a very real thing. If you ever come out here and visit, drink your water, take your electrolytes. I promise it'll save you. Yeah, I went like one of my friends who's an Army Ranger actually took me for a hike, which is basically like a run up an entire mountain. And I was like, yo, dude, like you're acclimated to this. I can't even breathe on the floor. Don't take me to the mountains. So I died in my first 2 weeks being out here. But I feel like after that, I really adjusted, I really acclimated, and I've been kicking ass ever since. And it's a really good feeling knowing that not only have I had one of the harder training camps that I've ever had, I've done it all in acclimation. So I really can't freaking wait to go back down to like closer to sea level, even though Vegas is a little bit elevated compared to sea level. But even still, like to be able to get those advantages, I want to see what that's like. I haven't really gotten a chance to see this yet, so I look forward to it.
How was it getting into the mix with the new team? I mean that can be something that can take time as well as there could be obstacles as well. Was it difficult for you?
Wow, thankfully I'm a little friendly, so I'm I'm very loud, and it's kind of hard to miss me when I'm in a room for sure. But I think that this team in particular, it's a family. This team is very different than any other team that I've been a part of. There's not a lot of people that come in and out of the doors. They have a very closed door policy there. And it's very much like, if you're here, like, you mean something. So it was an honor for me to be able to walk into that room and for them to welcome me the way that they did. And to just like become a part of not only the team, but a part of the family. And I think that's like a big thing about Factory X, and it's really cool. I really love that aspect of it.
Yeah, I've interviewed a lot of your teammates, and they say the same exact thing. They say this a family environment. You're really a team. It's not like it's a
Yes,
gym with like 5 different teams inside the gym. It's a real like yeah, uh, when you look at gyms now, there's a lot of like different types of gyms. So I guess you just got to find the one that fits you perfectly, right? And do you feel like that's what you found at Factory X?
it is. Yeah, I feel like it is. I was happy over at Fight Ready in Phoenix, Arizona, and there was some politics that happened, and it kind of pushed me out of the gym, unfortunately, because I didn't have a problem with my coaches or teammates or anybody. But if I had to move and had to go somewhere, I'm really grateful that I found here and that I found Factory X, because you don't know what you don't have until you have it. And it's just really amazing being there. Yeah. I love everybody that's there. And I love Coach Mark Montoya. I love the guys. I love the training. I'm really happy here.
Who do you work closely with at Factory X?
Well, I'm going to have Yusuf Zalal in my corner and Professor Busy, who's our black belt instructor there. So I work really close with Yusuf. I work really close with Clay, who's another one of like the student coaches there. He's also a fighter out of that gym. Honestly, we have so many 25ers out there. We have so many 35ers. Like, we call him Katikas, but Chris Gutierrez. He does like a lot of like, he'll just like grab people and do jiu-jitsu before class, and just like get some good rolls in. And everybody, honestly, like we have a good crew of smaller people, and that works out for me because being a 115er, I'm always going to be the smallest person in the room. So it's a good feel.
For sure, for sure. And everybody's pretty much stronger than you, right? So when you actually go in there with someone that's your own size, do you feel that? Do you feel a strength difference against some of these girls when you fight them?
Absolutely, I do. Yes. And taking all of my measurements over at the Performance Institute in Las Vegas, I'm definitely one of the stronger strawweights in the entire division, if not the strongest. I break a lot of the records that they have there, and I'm very proud of that. So when I walk into the cage, I definitely feel a very huge advantage in a lot of areas.
So what are you expecting in this fight? You win this one, that's 4 in a row. You're on the verge of the top 15, and that's what they want from fighters, right? They want streaks and exciting fights, exciting styles. What are you expecting?
I mean, I am an exciting fighter, like that's literally why they brought me in, because they know like anything can happen at any time. Like, I might submit you, I might knock you out. You just don't know what's going to happen. And I look forward to bringing that unpredictability. So as far as unraveling any secrets, I don't think you're going to get anything from me. But just know that you better keep your eyes peeled, because I am coming to bring the heat.
There's been around 6 months between fights, right? So do you feel like you've acclimated yourself now? You could maybe step into a shorter camp after this fight and fight a little bit more often this year. Do you feel like that could be a possibility?
No, I love fighting. Like, that's me.
Mhm.
Like, I want to be in the cage. I needed this time frame. After my last fight, the holidays happened, and then I needed to move, and then I needed to acclimate to this new place, this new gym, these new people. And now I feel very prepared. Like, we've really gotten to adapt to a lot of skill sets that's out here. And I do look forward to keeping my weight down, staying active. I'm somebody who's in the gym regardless. Like, fight camp for me doesn't really change, except for I have an opponent to look forward to, because I am constantly training. So I do look forward to having at least one more fight by the end of the year, if not two. I mean, 3 fights would be a dream, but I definitely want to step in before the end of the year.
May 20th, the main event is Angela Hill versus Mackenzie Dern, a clash of styles.
It's not.
What do you see?
No, that they are next week on the 13th. I fight on May
No,
20th. So it
They
was Raquel
switched.
Penn. Did they? So
Yes.
they're back a week? I didn't know that
Yes.
part.
Yes. They're the main event, 5 rounds.
I didn't realize that they were the main event of the 20th. I
Oh,
thought that
okay.
they've got, yes. Oh my gosh, this is going to be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know them both pretty well. So, it's a classic striker versus grappler. You know that Angela Hill has been working on her grappling. We've been seeing her doing jiu-jitsu tournaments all around the country. I actually do commentating and reporting for the Medusa, which is the female EBI rule set. And I've seen her out there competing in the combat jiu-jitsus. Like, she's doing that. Like, she's working on that skill set. But is that going to be enough to combat Mackenzie's jiu-jitsu that she's been doing since she was actually 5 years old, if not younger? Now, Mackenzie, as we know, has been working on her striking very, very much so, very diligently. But is that going to be enough to combat Angela's like world-class striking? Like, that's what Angela's known for. And she has amazing takedown defense. So I guess we will see what happens out of 5 rounds. But we know that they're both ready for them because both of them are cardio machines, especially Angela.
Yeah, May 20th, two big strawweight fights on the lineup. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for the time.
I had no idea. This is so no, you just pumped me up. Like, yes, this is freaking awesome. Oh my gosh, there's gonna be so many strawweight fights on that card too. Because Lupita Godinez just got signed with Emily Ducati.
That's right.
As well.
That's right.
So, and I think they might be doing a catchweight if I'm not mistaken. But that's like 3 strawweight bouts all on the same card. Oh my gosh, right. This is a girls fight type of night. Let's go.
There you go. Thank you so much for the time and all the best on fight night.
Hey, be amazing. You're awesome. Thank you so much.